Welcome to Live with Liz. Today's topic is marketing versus business development. But before we get there, a quick update from the topic last week, which was virtual conferences and networking. There were some exciting developments in the legal world and conferences. It seems organizers are hearing us out. One in particular that I want to share with you came from AIPPI, which announced that their conference will also be virtual, like so many of the other organizations are doing, but it will also be free for their membership. So while I don't know what the actual format is or what platform they're using, it's kind of exciting that they've heard us and that this opportunity is out there for education and networking, and it's at really no cost if you're already a member. And if you're not already a member, I highly recommend it. It's one of the best organizations out there from my perspective for intellectual property networking and business development, but also its mission is so related to the substantive work that you're doing that if you're looking at harmonization and understanding laws or meeting people, this is one of the best platforms out there to do that. So exciting news there. In addition to AIPPI, the American Bar Association also announced that their virtual annual event is going to be free for members. That one also includes 8 CLE opportunities, continuing legal education in the United States. So if that is of interest to you, I also find that to be a good platform. I've seen it, I've used it. So exciting news there for conferences and virtual networking and engagement. If you have any questions about those, you can always ask me. Good morning, Mariana. It's so nice that you've joined me. Nice to see you getting up so early too. Sorry about that. All right, marketing and business development. These are two different things. They're often lumped together. When you look them up on a browser search, you'll find really the same definition over and over again of what is marketing and what is business development. Those definitions are academic, broad. They don't give a lot of information in terms of the context of what a law firm is doing. So we'll avoid those for a little bit and talk specifically about marketing and business development for law firms. Now, they're treated in some cases under the same umbrella. Sometimes you have the same people doing it. Buenos dias, Evangelina. Muy bien verte. Casi. We are looking today at those roles in the law firms that you're in. Maybe you're a solo practitioner, maybe your resources are limited, you have to treat them together. In some cases, you have them treated completely separately. Lawyers who are part of big law or in a setting where there are a lot of other lawyers around, they may be charged with doing some marketing and business development activities themselves. A wise woman said to me yesterday that she expects lawyers to be experts at legal things. I respect that. I agree with her, and let the marketing be done by marketing experts. So you have often a marketing team, but lawyers are not separate from the business development aspects of running their firm. What does this mean? What are the differences? So I find it best to look at the activities that are conducted by each of these departments. One thing that we can do is run through a list. I've got here activities that might fall under marketing or that might fall under business development. Why don't we have a little fun with it? I'll just start naming some of these, and you can think about whether you think they're part of marketing or business development. Put it in the comments if you feel moved. Advertising, for example. Is that marketing or is that business development? How about attending a conference? How about sponsoring a conference? Branding your firm? Having a website? Participating in social media? Publishing a profile or content on social media? Doing market analysis or competitive landscaping? What about a client meeting? Publishing an article or a blog post? Filing an office action at a patent and trademark office? Maybe sending a newsletter, an email communication? So let's narrow it down. Let's look at these kind of one by one and see where we are. I had some trickery in there. Yes, that office action is your substantive work. It's not marketing or advertising unless you go viral with how your wording is, which would be awesome, but so few of us do. Okay, so advertising. Oh, I'm going to slow down for you. Sorry. Advertising. This is a marketing activity. If you're taking out ads, you have design involved. You're looking at your branding, including logos, setting something up, purchasing space, maybe aligning yourself with a publisher or a channel of distribution for your advertisements. Attending a conference, that's a business development activity. If you're attending the conference, you're networking, you're trying to present your services, hopefully to leads or current clients or catching up. The face-to-face interaction, business development. Branding, that is a marketing activity. This is like with business development, having an understanding of your market and creating an image and a reputation for your firm, definitely a marketing activity. Posting a profile on LinkedIn. Ooh, tricky. So your firm posting a profile on LinkedIn could be part of marketing. It is a part of marketing. When you use that LinkedIn profile to engage, that crosses over into business development, or it can. That type of activity could be done by marketing or business development, or both. Participating generally in social media. Again, that engagement could be both. Publishing an article or a blog post. And this is interesting because you have the involvement of marketing usually. That could serve sort of like advertising for your firm. That's content advertising. That's marketing. It goes toward your credibility and your reputation building. That's marketing. It also drives business development. So this is where you start to see that overlap and you start to see the conflict between marketing and business development or how it could potentially arise. So what about sending newsletters and communications in general? Well, that's marketing too. So you have email marketing, that's what it's called. And then you have communications. Some communications are marketing, some are your substantive work. Not every email is marketing. Not every activity related to these things crosses over into business development. But you can see that there is some overlap. And that market analysis that we mentioned and competitive landscaping, actually both areas need this. So why is it important to understand the distinction? Well, it's important because your resources are limited. You have different people who are experts at marketing and branding who may not be lawyers in your firm who are necessary for conducting business development. And you can see that there could be some difficulty in dividing those resources at your firm. I come from a background where marketing and business development have always had this combative relationship or some conflict. Every firm I've worked with has not been able to necessarily divide these two well. There are some bigger firms out there that have really tackled this though, and that we can learn a lot from. So some of those firms have the resources and structure that allows them to have a chief marketing officer and a chief development officer. And the two of them work together. You have two heads, clearly understanding the different activities that both are responsible for and working together to achieve the goals of the firm. That's what we try to do with Firm Forward Services and being able to organize these activities for a firm regardless of what the resources available. So if your firm only has the resources to have one department really handling or organizing both of the activities and functions of marketing and business development, that's okay. That's something you can work with as long as you're able to understand that both activities are valuable, relevant, have a place in the firm. And if you grow and over time decide that you want to segment these better and have experts in each area, that's great too. It's also helpful to be able to compartmentalize the different activities in marketing and business development so that the attorneys who work for the firm can focus on quality of service and client satisfaction and delivering the actual goals, toward the actual goals. There are some other activities that people maybe don't realize right away are business development or intended for business development. So why don't we take a step back and go to those original definitions? You're looking at that broad academic, non-law firm related definition of marketing and business development. And I want to focus specifically on business development for the moment. The academic definition of business development will bring together these opportunities, activities that partner, that lead themselves to the growth of your firm. On the marketing side, you're talking about messaging, reputation, branding, communication. You can have marketing without business development. You cannot have effective business development without marketing. Some people may disagree with me, but there it is. My actual perspective on this is that you need to have both, and that marketing is necessary for effective business development. But marketing can also stand alone. And in some cases, business development should not get involved with marketing. PR, for instance, crisis control, certain client communications that marketing is involved in to make your language appropriate and fitting your brand position. Those are things that business development can step aside for. And let's wrap this up a little bit. Next week, we're going to talk about how to decide what to spend on marketing and business development. This seems to be a mystery for a lot of firms out there. It's a question I get often, is what do we spend? How do we decide where those resources go? So now that we have a pretty good understanding of which activities fall under marketing and which activities fall under business development, we'll be better prepared to have this discussion next week about where the money should go. And hopefully you'll join me again. Let me know your questions. You can always send them to solutions@firmforward.com. Also, please follow me on social media. If you follow my LinkedIn page, Firm Forward USA, at Firm Forward on Facebook, or youtube.com/Firm Forward, you'll get some information like these videos. I also provide other types of valuable information, occasionally templates, conference updates like the ones at the beginning of this video. And I'm really excited to be coming to you every week and doing this. If you have any questions about any topic related to marketing and business development, nothing is off limits. You can always let me know. I will try and tackle it maybe in a future session or during these sessions. If you have any questions about what you heard today, feel free to reach out and we can work together maybe on marketing and business development. That's actually what I'm hoping for. So have a great day, night, week, everybody, and see you next time on Live with Liz.